to another video on the mother's back room, my mother's back room. We're still figuring out the title of this YouTube channel. However, welcome back, guys. I'm just sitting here after having posted my first video. So yeah, it's very interesting. I did a whole little video on Instagram about like why I started this. And I just noted that one of the things I wanted to do for myself is to document my process, that it is important to me that I document what it is that I make with no sense of reservation. I think this year, because I've had to slow down in some way, not because I wanted to slow down, but because the industry just wasn't responding to my work this year. I felt like the slowdown has brought me to YouTube. It's brought me to a space or a thing that I've wanted to start for the longest time. And I'm glad that I get to finally do it. So I'm just sitting down here, literally writing down like, here's to YouTube. I made a whole declaration last week about how I feel and what I'm gonna do in order to start this channel. And I made some points that are necessary for me to have a successful quote unquote channel, just be consistent. What are the key things that I need to do? And then on this side, I've been writing down like a content list, like what types of content do I want to create? What types of things do I want you guys to see, be a part of? How is it that I make this work? And yeah, so I'm just sitting here thinking and reflecting on the fact that we're here, and I'm very grateful to be here because I am someone who has suffered at the hands of insecurity. So even doing something like this is totally out of my comfort zone. Like, I'm not comfortable here. I'm very uncomfortable in front of a camera. And I'm someone who has a love-hate relationship with social media in general. So putting myself out there this way is such a risk to my personal insights. But I'm doing it because I believe that God has my back, and I believe that the reason why there's been so much resistance for me to do that is because I need to be on this space. And for me, it's less about like how many views I get or how many followers I get, but more about just me archiving my process. That this is the point in which, this is where I am, like, this is where my life is right now, and I want to be able to document this. And when it gets better, and like when I have a bigger studio and I'm a functioning artist, you know, without help from my mother and stuff like that, then I can look back on how I got to that point. So yeah, this is me. This is today. This will probably be a part of a longer vlog because I'm going to be in studio today. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for watching my first video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. I really appreciate the love. I appreciate all 25 or 16 of you guys who subscribed. I will do my best to work hard to make sure that the 25 of you or the 16 of you get something every week. Listen, you deserve it. The fact that you click that subscribe button, you deserve me to work hard for you and me. Okay? Super annoying is the ugly stage of painting. Like, I feel like there's 5 stages of grief when it comes to painting. Like, acceptance. I feel like that's when you accept that, okay, you're going to do this thing. Acceptance is the last stage of grief, guys. I got it messed up. But shock. What are the 5 stages of grief? I actually don't know the 5 stages of grief. For someone who's grieved before, how do I not know the 5 stages of grief? Anyway, I feel like there's 5 stages of grief, and one of the not I feel like there's 5 stages of grief. I know that there are 5 stages of grief when it comes to painting specifically. I'm at the stage where the painting was beautiful when I walked into the studio and ugly now that I'm painting it. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to achieve necessarily when it comes to this face, or what type of softness or hardness I'm trying to achieve. Nonetheless, this painting is important, like I said before, because anything I make is important in the studio, right? But particularly, this is the first painting I did after I started after creative block. So I believe it's important because it jump-started me into the studio. Literally jumper cables. This jump-started me to the studio. And now I just want to finish it for the sake that it jump-started me into the studio, not because it's going anywhere. And I guess I'm learning more about my painting technique as I paint this painting. But I notice how typically difficult it is because I'm not formally trained in painting. Never really did a lot of painting activities, so to see color and light. And if I think my face is brown, then it's like I'm gonna use browns. But I'm only recently starting to learn that there's undertones of greens and pinks and magentas and so forth. So I'm approaching it with a bit more variation of color, oil paint. But it honestly is like learn as you go. And I do believe that the more I paint, the better I will become. There is a painting that I did this year that was more of a detailed painting, which I hadn't done in a long time. I didn't mind that technique, like it's a soft, detailed technique, but I think I am drawn more to this type of impressionism, whatever, technique. Just because it requires less, but it actually requires more because you have to make it look like something without doing too much, which is quite hard. Like, being able to be exact without being exact is difficult. So yeah, but this is that girl. That's why I'm doing this painting, because I'm trying to get more acquainted with this technique and what my eye and hand is used to.